Are you well prepared for the sudden, probably increase of calls you're going to get?
We do have a large amount of officers responding to critical type calls. We normally, around this time of year, will be getting hundreds of calls regarding neglect, animals being outside without water, food, shelter, shade in regards to this. So I believe we are prepared for the numerous of calls that we may be receiving in the next few months.
And what are you all doing on a day-to-day basis? Are you just waiting for calls like that, or are you driving around neighborhoods to see if you might identify any dogs in distress?
For now, we are just responding to calls as they come in, as our staff can keep up with it.
Okay. And so some basic tips, like what do people need to know, what she was talking about, shelter versus shade?
So shelter is defined as a structure that has 3 solid sides, a roof, and elevated about 3 inches. Usually that comes to when it comes with rain and stuff like that, but when it comes to the heat, it protects them. And then the shade itself protects the house itself from being beamed on by the sun, so it keeps them at a stable temperature, protecting them from the heat.
And what else do pet owners need to know when it comes to protecting your pet?
So in regards to the Chapter 5 codes, the specific one that we'll be looking out for is Chapter 5-20G, which discusses specific temperatures that I'll start over.
That's fine.
Okay, so specifically, we look into the specific Chapter 5 code, Chapter 520-G, which is in specific in regards to weather-related temperatures. Specifically here, we'll be on the lookout for heat advisories, temperatures that are above 100 degrees, making sure that there are no animals tethered during this inclement weather, usually during the heat advisories. So we keep a lookout for that, but also in regards to zero tolerance, where we issue criminal citations for any animal outside, whether they're tethered or not, without food, water, shelter, shade.
And you kind of just mentioned it. What punishments, if any, will owners face if they are not following the proper protocol?
So circumstances differ. However, if we make contact with an owner, if we have owner history in regards to the property that we're going out to, criminal citations, which are Class C misdemeanors, that could be charged up to $2,000, could be issued, or depending on the circumstances, could be moved up to a criminal type offense in regards to being charged from the Texas Penal Code.
And if you don't have the answer, I'll just get the info from Lisa. Do you know roughly how many calls you all got around this time last year during the summer?
Not specifically. I just know that we do get hundreds of calls in regards to this, and we are responding as they come in.
And I guess the most important question, why should we be taking care of our pets this way? We want to stay cool. I'm pretty sure they want to stay cool as well.
Correct. You know, just like us, we don't want to be in direct sunlight. We don't want to be confined to a certain area where we can't protect ourselves from the elements. So it's important, just like humans, that they are protected from the elements as well.